What's going on the Copyright and Call podcast? First off, fresh cut, who's this? You feel me? Secondly, though, I want to talk about is this episode really speaks from the heart because this is something that I feel like I struggled with not this year, actually this year that just passed. This is something my biggest struggle, right? And I know you're going to figure out that you also do this too as well, right? For someone that's like really an overachiever, right, in life, you really you're an overachiever. So since you're an overachiever, sometimes it's like you have to do everything perfect, right? So if you don't do perfect, you feel like you are the worst person in the world. You feel upset. I mean, literally, guys, I broke down one time at my wife's birthday because I was 21. I didn't even start working yet, or 22, just graduated college, didn't get a job yet. Like, I literally just graduated. Actually, I still didn't graduate yet. And I felt like, dang, everybody was getting all these gifts that I couldn't get her for her birthday. And I felt bad about it. But then I realized that, bro, first of all, that's not your job. Secondly, it was like, bro, stop feeling so bad on yourself. You're 22 years old. Like right now, I'm 24 years old. Don't feel bad about not being a millionaire just quite yet. I knew I'm going to be on that journey I'm on that journey towards it though, because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Because life is not easy. We all know life is not easy. It's actually the most difficult thing ever. But how many things in life are easy? If things are easy, majority of the time, they're not worth it. You feel so much more fulfilled when you go through that journey, you go through those trials and tribulations, right? Now, that's not to say you don't have to raise your standards though. Sometimes you're just going through, some people are going like kings, probably going through life, not doing things you feel like you should be doing and stuff like that. If you just don't have any standards for life, any, rules set for yourself, you're going to end up just failing. And then, of course, that's when you should feel bad. But also, you can't make these rules, any standards, impossible to meet. Hear that twice, like I said. When you're an overachiever, sometimes you make these rules impossible for you to meet because they're so difficult, right? They really are difficult a lot of times. And you cannot let that be your downfall, that they're so difficult to obtain so that you never get them done. It's a simple, but it's not easy, right? And I really want to explain that, right? And this is why I said the rules for your life should be easy to obtain. And the rules really are what you value most, right? So what do you value most? Oh snap! I started drawing. My fault. Hey, calm down. My raps. I dropped my water bottle. But like for example, the values that I value most, right, is love. Then it's intimacy. You should be putting these on a hierarchy. What do you really value? So love is first. Intimacy, success, freedom, passion, health, power, security, adventure, and comfort. Rank these in a hierarchy to what you value most, which values you value most, and then you have to think about what kind of rules that you set for these things. If you don't set these things right, if you won't set the rules correctly, you're gonna end up being unhappy a lot of times. You are. Because even though you're setting your standards high and you feel like you're being successful, people are telling you being successful, you're still not going to feel successful. And that's what happens a lot of times. People will make it, but then a lot of ball players, right? Or rappers, they'll make it. They make millions of dollars, but they're not happy. That's why it's different between being wealthy and being, rich. You can be rich and have all the money in the world, but then you're not wealthy. Your life doesn't feel fulfilled. Okay. Remember, and this is something that really needs to be stressed out. You are not responsible for the happiness of anybody else but your own. You are not your significant other's happiness. You should not be the reason that they're happy. If they feel unhappy in life, they should be dealing with themselves to figure out how to be happy. And in this episode, I'm going to explain to you how to be happy. But if they are unhappy, that's them. That has nothing to do with you. Just like if you aren't happy, that has nothing to do with your significant other. I hate that when people are like, yeah, I'm just not happy with you. That's not their goal. Now, I understand if they were beating you or something like that, you should leave them, right? But or they're cheating on you, or it doesn't even have to be like that. They're not doing anything with their life. I mean, it's a privilege to be in a relationship. So you don't have to be with them. You just choose to be with them. It's like relationships are all about a choice. So if you're looking for happiness in someone else, you will never be happy. Besides just setting your standards way too high, Do not set your standards way too high. Besides setting your standards way too high for these rules that I'm going to explain in this episode, also, if you're literally waiting for someone else, if you're waiting for someone else to make you happy, you will never be happy. So like I said, in this episode, I'm really going to explain what I mean by that, right? And like I said before, you weren't happy because your rules are impossible to obtain. You have certain rules for your life, you just don't know what they are yet. And that's what I'm going to break down in this episode, right? Remember I told you there's values, right? There's love, intimacy, success, freedom, passion, health, power, security, adventure, and comfort. The rules that you set for these, first you have to put them in a hierarchy of which ones you value most. And then after that, you have to figure out what rules you have for them. What do you have to do in these things in order to be happy? What don't you have to do in these things in order to be happy? And a lot of times you'll see that you have some impossible needs, like literally. So you have to make it easy on these ones, these values and rules. You have to make it easy to feel good and make it hard to feel bad. And I'm going to actually explain an example for you, right? So for me, like I said before, I have a list of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 things. 46 things to do in a day. And I felt like if I didn't get all of them done, I failed. I made it impossible for myself. I did not see it as that. Although some of these things are quick things to do, I did not see it as that's like, ridiculous that you have 46 things done. And, this list changes a lot of times. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less things to do. So that's when I had my hierarchy. So first I put my values into a hierarchy, right? I know for me, love is number 1. Intimacy is number 2. Number 3 is success. 4 is freedom. 5 is passion. 6 is health. 7 is power. 8 is security. 9 is adventure. And 10 is comfort. These are my values that I do. You can put them in whatever hierarchy you want, right? So I realized before that I used to have these impossible goals. So now I made it extremely easy for myself to feel these things, right? And every day you should do something to move you towards these values, make you feel better. So for love, my new rule, before I feel like my wife had to do everything for us to feel love. Like she had to spend all day with me type of thing. She had to, speak to me all day for me to feel love. Now my rule for love is I feel love whenever I give love or I tell someone I love them. Doesn't even have to be my wife. I made it extremely easy. When I tell my wife I love you, I feel love. When I tell my mother I love her, I feel love now. Number 2 is intimacy. Before I felt like intimacy, I have to have sex whenever I see my wife, No, now I see it as I feel intimacy whenever I give my wife a kiss in the morning. That's it. Every morning I give her a kiss. I didn't even say on like her lips. I mean like just kiss on the cheek, kiss on the hand, whatever. I feel intimacy. Made it easy for myself to feel good. Success. I feel successful whenever I do one thing on my goal list. Before I used to only feel successful if I got everything done. Now if I just do one thing, I feel successful. Because I still made myself 1% better than yesterday. Freedom. I feel freedom whenever I meditate and visualize my future. Whenever I meditate, 2 minutes out of my day just to meditate. And I'm not even saying meditate the full 2 minutes. As soon as I close my eyes and start my meditation, even if I don't finish it, I feel freedom. And I'm visualizing my future. And it's not even just meditating too. I made it super easy. Visualize my future. I just look over my goals. I look over my goals every single day. Passion. I feel passionate whenever I network with one person daily. This is in online or not online, in person, whatever. Just one person a day. Health. I feel healthy whenever I eat a vegetable or fruit daily, just one of each, or drink water whenever whenever I work out. I made it extremely easy. So if I work out, I drink water, or I drink this bottle of water that I used to say Mr. Right, but it's peeling off. I eat one fruit, I eat one vegetable throughout the day. I work out or do a push-up. I feel healthy. Powerful. I feel powerful whenever I take one shot when playing basketball or do one push-up. So when I'm playing basketball, when I'm being aggressive, right? And remember I was telling you guys about that. When you're being aggressive, I started being better. I've been doing better over the past month, been really great. And it's because I decided to start taking a shot. So whenever I feel that shot, take one shot, I feel powerful. I feel like, I'm empowered. I didn't say make this shot. I said take one shot. Whenever I do one push-up, I feel empowered. I can do a push-up daily. security. I feel secure whenever I write down my spendings for the day. Now I created the things I want to get better. I am better at my spending habits. Now I write down every single thing I spend every single day. So now I feel secure when I do that. I feel adventurous whenever I leave the house. I just took the trash out. I feel adventurous now. I feel good, eat things that make it easy for me to feel this way. And then my comfort. I feel comfortable whenever I put my pajamas on. And my pajamas can be something as simple as ball shorts. I feel comfortable. I'm comfortable right now. So I made it extremely easy for myself to feel good. And these are things I can do daily to make myself feel good. And then it works vice versa too. So for like pain, right? I'm not going to go through all of them, but like for pain, for depression, I feel depressed whenever I don't do one thing for my goals. Not one thing for my goals. And let me tell you how impossible that is. One of my goals literally is to brush my teeth, brush my hair every day. That's it. Take a shower daily. These are easy goals to do, so I'll never feel depressed. So you see what I'm saying? Make it hard for yourself to feel pain, and make it easy for you to feel, good, and your life will be so much easier. That's really what I wanted to add today, man. I'm telling you, yo, set these standards right. It's all about standards with feeling good. So keep killing the day, and remember, you pray for marketing like this. Copy God out.